condemning the detention of Zimbabwean journalist Zenzele Ndebele. Zimbabweans and the rest of Africans took to Twitter to demand his release after he was arrested during a meeting between civil society organizations and President Emerson Mnangagwa. Ndebele is being accused of contravening a law prohibiting the possession of dangerous weapons at public gatherings. This after used tear gas canisters were found in his car. He joins us now via Skype from Zimbabwe. And just a note before we get into that interview that we did try and get hold of Zimbabwe's ambassador to South Africa, Mr. David Hamadziripi, and at the time of going to air, we were not able to get him, but we will be trying him throughout the day to get some reaction from the government. A very good morning to you, Ndebele. How things change in 48 hours. So on Tuesday, we were talking to you on hashtag Africa about the situation in terms of Cyclone Idai that battered parts of Zimbabwe. And on Thursday morning at 10 a.m., you were incarcerated. Why?
Yeah, that's how things work. Basically, I was going to cover the president's meeting with civil society at the State House. So it happened that in my car, there was a used tear gas canister because I'm working on a documentary about Operation Shutdown, which is the demonstrations that happened in being killed. So this took an spent cartridge that I picked up while I was interviewing in the Western Sector. So when I got to the State House, so these canisters, they accused me of carrying, grenades, some say bombs, and all sorts of things. The situation just got out of hand. I was detained, then later taken by law enforcement from State to Sourcetown, from Sourcetown to Central Police. My searched, offices searched. Car was taken police depot, they thoroughly searched. I think they looked through each and every panel in my car, looking for these bombs which they thought that I had.
What were you doing with the tear gas canisters in your car?
Basically, I picked these canisters when I was there interviewing people about Operation Shutdown. These were used canisters that fired by police in residential homes. So when I was talking to people, then people said, no, there are canisters all place that were being fired by police. And they did. I saw the canisters in the street and I picked them up. So when the police charged me of having, offensive or dangerous weapons, I asked myself, but these comrades are shooting these dangerous weapons. And if I were to ask people to bring them out today, a ton or so of these canisters we have collected in the flower oil. So why are police then leaving dangerous weapons in the streets?
And at times, journalists, especially when covering events of protests or even people who cover wars, will keep certain things as memorabilia. So what happened in court, and what did the magistrate say when this matter appeared before him or her?
Well, I was charged with possessing offensive weapons in a public place, alternatively criminal nuisance. The magistrate said on the charge of offensive weapons, he said that it defied logic, that someone would think that they spent used cartridge to be defined as an offensive weapon, if it is a weapon at all. And then on the charge of criminal nuisance, he said that when I got to the State House, I was stopped, I flashed my car, I allowed police to search my car, and they found no point did I try to be nuisance. So there was no way he could say that I was a criminal nuisance. So basically, the charges were dismissed by the.
Do you think there's something sinister, or there was something sinister about your arrest?
Well, this is Zenzele who produced the documentary on Bukurawundi. There was a meeting with the president, and obviously I was going to ask one or two questions on the issue of Bukurawundi. Because when I was arrested, the guys were saying, this is the Bukurawundi guy. And the way the Herald, the state media, then went on a talk saying that I was found with grenades using pictures that were taken by state intelligence actually shows that this guy is actually got a reason. I gave them a reason to stop me from attending the meeting with the president. So I actually blamed myself for having those cartridges in the car because I wanted to then ask the president a few questions, but I didn't, and they found an excuse. In a way, I was not in that meeting.
Our Skype connection is very shaky, so I'm hoping we'll be able to hear you in answering this question. I think it's something that we've spoken about before, and this question has been posed to you before. Why stay in a country where it would seem that doing your job is not supported, or it seems very difficult to do your job?
Zimbabwe is my country. I only have one country. I'm a Zimbabwean. There is no one who has a right to do whatever they please. So I will stay in Zimbabwe, not going anywhere. And I'm going to say it the way I see it, because I'm part of the country. So why should I leave my country to go somewhere because some other people think that I don't agree with them? So I have no plans to seek asylum. I'm fighting until the last day.
Very quickly for us, you said you wanted to ask the president a question, and because of these empty tear gas canisters, you were not able to ask him questions. What is that one question that you really wanted to get an answer on?
He is the president of Zimbabwe. What is he doing about Kukuraundi and the victims? Because there's too much talk about this and that, but he's the president, he has the action. He can, why not apologize? He had a perfect opportunity to actually say to the people of Matabele, I'm sorry about what happened, and he missed that opportunity. So is he serious about this issue of solving the Kukuraundi issue, or is just buying time?
Zenzele Ndebele out in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe for us. Thank you very much for sharing those details with us. And again, just a reminder that we did try and got hold of the Zimbabwe ambassador to South Africa, Mr. David Hamadzaripi, but at the time of this interview, he was not available. We will keep trying him to get his response to what Zenzele Ndebele has had to say. Do stay with us.